I don't know, man. It was just like a feeling, like, man, it's like so hard to explain, but
Mm,
just something every day was telling me like just keep going, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
within my I'm like a month and a half in, and my podcast is doing incredible, man. Like I don't want to say numbers or anything to seem like I'm bragging, but
No, no, I get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, but like I just feel like this, like, because my whole life, man, I always knew that I wanted to help people,
Mm,
and I feel like this is just my way to do that. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
I'm being
yeah.
myself. I'm just speaking from experience, and I'm also learning at the same time with my audience. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, it's really hard to explain. So
It's well, I was gonna say, like, not to cut you off, apologies, but it's like I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day. Like, I'm sure you do this at times. Like, you go through Instagram or whatever, and you'll follow some like philosophy accounts or like self improvement accounts. And they're always posting quotes, that people said,
yeah,
old philosophers, successful people. And it's weird because like everything normally from good people like that they say in those quotes, it's like it's true, it's perfectly accurate and it's true. But for some reason, like the words, and it's kind of what you're saying right now, like you can't explain it. At the same time, they don't really do it justice. Like you do have to actually experience it
yeah,
working for it to
definitely.
be like click on and be like, oh shit, I get it now. And that's such a weird thing because you're right. Like just the words, they're too hollow. It's really a feeling, it's an idea, it's a concept, and the words, like there's just no words that would actually get it to really click in your brain in any way, at least the way I think of it.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I guess I can say to know that, if it's what you're supposed to be doing is you'll just know. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I've tried a ton of different things, man. Like, I started making music when I was 11, and I still do, but that wasn't it. But just trying different things, man. Just trying everything, like no matter what it is, just try. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just give it a shot for at least a month or two, or maybe more. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Depending, but when you do find that thing though, you'll just know, like
you'll
it.
just know.
I
And
no
it's
other
it's
way to
almost
say it.
funny, right? Because like you're absolutely right. Again, you're absolutely right. But at the same time, I could imagine somebody listening being like, "What am I going to do with that? I'll just know. Like I thought I knew last time." And it's not that you're wrong. And I think with that, I think the next step in that thread is the stuff we were talking about earlier, right? Like, all right, maybe it's difficult for you to know if it's the right thing right now or whatever it is. Keep going after it, keep trying, but
Yeah,
get your other shit in order. Like, figure out that other stuff, get the repetition, start to build your character, start to build your mental toughness, build your humility, challenge yourself in different ways. You put that repetition into place. Because at least once that starts happening, I feel like you'll have more clarity. And when that voice does pop up, to you, what you were saying before, you'll be much more likely to be like, oh, that's it. And then you'll see things start to happen.
yeah,
So for
yeah.
those people that are like, I still don't know, like focus on the other stuff then and it'll come, right?
Well, yeah, like just like I said earlier, man. Like when you start to fix what's on the inside rather than the external,
Exactly.
it'll it'll just start guiding you in the right direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because just like for an example, the bad kid in school, like
Mm,
the class clown, whatever, he's not going to get rewarded, with anything from the teacher because he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. You know what I
mm.
mean? So I feel like, I don't know. I always just believe that there's like a higher power up there. I don't know what it is.
I
You
was
know what I
going to
mean?
ask you about that. Like, what
Yeah,
is the
but
view you have of it?
but I
But keep
feel
going.
like
Yeah.
but I feel like when I just like to say universe, but when the universe sees that you're doing what you're supposed to do, which is better yourself, because the world we live in, like society, media, everything, it makes you focus on the external. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But when you just start focusing on the inside, fixing what's within, then it'll start. The universe will start rewarding you with stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I started this podcast, I was like, man, I don't really have, money for a good microphone because this was always my dream microphone. So I started with this one. It was like 60
Mm.
bucks. But then a week before I started my podcast, or no, a month before I started it, I entered a giveaway, ended up winning this one. And then, like, I don't know, it's crazy. And it just
Yeah.
all fell apart. And then like my mentor, who's very successful with podcasts, and all of a sudden was having a sale for his biggest course.
Mm.
I was like, damn. So I bought that. And then, you know what I mean? And it just all fell into place. And then
Yeah.
month and a half later, I have a top 200 rated podcast, growing like pretty quickly. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's
Yeah. Just
just,
works. It just
yeah, man,
works.
just fix what's on the inside, man. That's all I can say.